give me a minute and I'll play a video game for you or whatever. I always wondered why it wasn't called Crash 3 Warped, but I mean, if you look at the logo there, you can see they kind of hid that red 3 up there. I didn't notice that until just now. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm just gonna check the game audio, make sure my voice isn't being drowned out by the music. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's me, Nitro Rad, and I'm here to play a video game on the internet. Yeah, I bought Crash HD Trilogy. First things first, I have never really played the Crash series. Wow. Mind-blowing. Crash Bandicoot was... Ow. Crash Bandicoot was one of the few series, I know I'm like the platformer guy, but Crash Bandicoot was always one of the platforming series I've never played much of. The only other big one is Jak and Daxter. Ironically, they're both by the same company. I don't know, like, I've played Ratchet and Sly and, like, Banjo and, like, everything you can think of, just not Crash. The only Crash game I've played was Crash Bandicoot 2. I have it on PS3, because it was $5 in the store, like, way back. I never played much of it. Honestly, all I've played of Crash 2 is, like, just the little bits of footage you might have seen in a Nitro Rad video. Like, when I mentioned Crash Bandicoot, I'm like, yeah, Crash Bandicoot does this, and then I cut to Crash Bandicoot. Like, me recording that gameplay is one of the few times I've ever played Crash Bandicoot 2, or whatever. But yeah, so, I beat Crash Bandicoot, the first one, a couple of days ago. It was alright. It was good. It was, like, it wasn't, like, remarkable, though. I found the original Crash Bandicoot had, like, while it was really fun and really challenging, there was a lot of... I personally found there's a lot of really stupid difficulty spikes that just really made me angry. I was getting pretty mad at this game, but it was good. So, Crash 2 is what people tell me are, like, is the Crash game. I hear mixed opinions about Warped. I hear some people think it's the best one. A lot of other people here do not like the vehicle stuff. I've never played this one. So let's get through 2 first. So, yeah, enough introduction. Let's do video game. One thing I noticed is that all 3 games have the same. Well, at least I haven't played the 3rd one yet, but at least the first 2 games, they have the same loading screen. I was hoping for each game to have a different loading screen than just the Tiki mask floating around. The loading screens are also fairly long, I find sometimes. I don't really think there's much to load. But yeah, since I never played Crash 1, I've only played Crash 2, like, this to me is what a Crash hub world was like. I was very surprised to see that the original Crash Bandicoot had like a Mario World styled hub world. That was interesting. So I think I beat this one. That's like, what, the 2nd level? And... okay, I guess I'm doing this one. I recognize this music. I must have played this level before when I played it on the PlayStation 3. So, I noticed a lot of people... I did a poll on Twitter saying, like, what do you guys prefer to play with, the D-pad or the control stick? And surprisingly, I was not expecting it, but the D-pad actually was outvoted by the... or the control stick was outvoted by the D-pad. It seems more people prefer the D-pad. Only like a small amount, like only a little, you know, not a whole lot of people prefer the D-pad, but it seems people do generally, which is interesting. I personally, myself, I also prefer the D-pad. Yeah, I'm really good at this game. I find, since the game is so basic and simple, you really don't need 360 directions. I find just 8's good enough. I feel like there's like a... kind of precision you get with a D-pad that you don't really get with a stick when it comes to specific kind of games. Specifically 2D games, really, but this is one of the first 3D games I've actually preferred the D-pad over the stick, and I guess it was made with the D-pad more in mind than the stick, so I guess that's probably why. Oh. I like bonus stages better, though. You just kind of find them, and then you go. You don't have to, like, collect 3 of a thing to, like, get to it or whatever. Oh, you can, like, yeah, you can crawl in this one. There's, like, a slide move that wasn't in the first Crash Bandicoot. I'm still kind of figuring that out, so, like, forgive me if I'm bad. I noticed that you bounce a lot higher in Crash 2 without holding the jump button, which is interesting. I can see how that kind of makes the game a little more forgiving with, like, the amount of reaction time you have. You know, you have to react to falling by landing on something. But so you have a higher amount of time to do that, but at the same time, it takes longer, I find, to get all the Wumpa fruit out of those boxes that have I don't know what the deal with these platforms are. I was seeing them all over Crash Bandicoot 1. I'm guessing you probably have to, like, beat the level a certain way to unlock that or something. Yeah, that jump was a little too short. I remember watching all of Some Call Me Johnny's videos on these games, and I remember one thing he criticized Crash 2 for was the placement of the gems, because, like, they're just kind of right out in the open. You can't miss them. But honestly, I'm okay with that because I just want to get through the level. I don't want to, like, do too much exploration. But, like, I don't want too much exploration being a necessity just to complete the game. I feel that stuff should be, like, bonus for, like, a platformer like this, you know. That was turned too early. All right, let's try that again. I also wasn't, like, too big on, like, the whole you missed this many boxes thing, and I'm glad I don't have that in this one. Because I know that's, like, iconic and it's silly or whatever, but it's like, okay, thanks for reminding me that I didn't collect every single item in the level and wasting my time, making me wait for it, you know. Yeah, that was good. I thought that was kind of, like, silly. Like, imagine if, like, a Mario game yell at you for not getting every single coin in the level. It just seems kind of silly, because I did, like, the first couple levels, I wasn't trying to get all the boxes, because I didn't know that was a thing you were supposed to do. But whatever. When was this released? I think, like, not that long ago. I want to say, like, a week ago. Maybe 2 weeks ago. I think about 2 weeks ago. It was July, I think, or was it late June? It was either early July. 74 boxes? How did I miss that many? Still, see, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I just went through the level. I didn't think I missed anything. Apparently, I missed a lot. But, it's good, because this one doesn't have to, like, make me sit and wait, be like, yeah, you missed this one, and this one, and this one. You know, you don't have to. So, I prefer that. People say the physics are a bit wonky. I don't know. I never played much of the originals, so I'm not really one to ask for comparisons. I hear it's not one-to-one, but it's fairly close. That's what I kind of see has been the general consensus.
3 crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
I also don't understand why Crash is helping Neo Cortex. Because he just told him, like, Crash gets the crystals for me! And Crash is like, and he just does it. So that is a glowing turtle, and I do not want to jump on him because he has spikes. I feel you move a little faster in Crash 2. That was like one of the first things I noticed going from Crash 1 to Crash 2. I feel like you're a little faster, and I feel the levels are slightly wider, more spacious. That's probably done so the jumps are like less narrow, less like tough to make. This is what I'm talking about the bouncing. Like, I'm not holding X, he just jumps a lot higher than in Crash 1. which is cool for reaction time, but that also means that getting all that Wumpa Fruit out of those boxes takes quite a bit longer. So it's kind of like a, you know, you win some, you lose some. Honestly, I think I would prefer the higher bouncing, just for the sake of making the game a little more forgiving. That's definitely one of the areas that, like, I tripped up a lot on in the original Crash Bandicoot. There would just be pits I would fall in, and it's just because I just didn't bounce high enough or whatever, and it's like, okay, that was dumb. Oh, those turtles, there was a lot of levels, or there was at least 2 levels in the original Crash Bandicoot that were like a bridge. And the planks of wood you had to land on were like remarkably thin, and there's ones where you had to like bounce off these turtles. Those levels would make me pull my hair out. Oh, that's a... He had a buzzsaw on his back. And they got buzzsaws on their back. Okay, I see. So the spiked ones you probably can't spin into, and these guys you can't jump on top of. That's my guess. That's cool. Having multiple versions of the same enemy that, like, require different moves to take care of. The first Crash Bandicoot didn't have anything like that, I don't think. So that's really cool. I like that. I almost landed right on the spikes. So, like, if I want to get all the boxes, I'm gonna have to, like, go all the way backtrack and take that other path too, and that's just not something I want to do. Yeah, I guess here I would have to go backwards, and I can't see backwards! The only other game I can think of that was like that was Sonic and the Secret Rings, of all things. I remember trying to backtrack in that game. It's a nightmare. But not nearly as bad as in that game, though, obviously. Because I'm also not using motion controls. What do you guys think of Sonic and the Secret Rings? I actually remember enjoying it quite a bit when I was younger. Because that game would have come out like when the Wii was brand new, like 2007, I think. I would have been grade 7, so I would have been like 13 or 14 when Sonic and the Secret Rings came out. So I was fairly young, but I did enjoy it. I don't know if I'd like it now going back to it. Come on, Crash, you can make it. There we go. So it's 5 bounces. Oh! Or maybe not. Or is it different for each one? Or was that... I don't know. I swear that one broke in less than 5 bounces. I wasn't entirely paying attention because I'm also kind of trying to read the chat. Now, I found these bonus stages to be very invaluable in the original Crash Bandicoot because, like, I needed those lives for some of the harder stages. I don't know if that's going to be the case for this one, because I hear a lot of people say... it's, I'm reading the chat, I keep losing my train of thought. A lot of people say this one's a lot less difficult, so I might not need those lives. One thing I do like about this game, similar to Rayman, when Crash does a full jump, he always does a front flip. I think Ratchet & Clank does a similar thing. I think it's a very subtle thing, but when it comes to animation, I think having some sort of animation to mark the height of a jump is very important. Like, if I don't jump all the way, he doesn't do the flip, but if I jump all the way, you do the flip. That way you know you got as much height out of that jump as possible. I think it's just one of those small visual things that communicates that to the player, and it makes the game feel a lot better. And a lot of people don't even notice that, but, yeah. Front flipping as a sign of doing a full jump, that's very important. That's why a lot of games do it. What other games do that? Other than Ratchet and Rayman? I think Sly Cooper might. I haven't played Sly Cooper in a long time, though, so I don't remember. Yeah, Sonic Unleashed did a similar thing. Sonic Unleashed and Onward with, like, those style of Sonic games. If you just hop, he'll, like, have a different animation than when you go into your ball. Oh, this is gonna be one of those I'm running from a thing level, which I'm not, like, super big on, because I find... Okay, this is good. I find games that do this typically don't give you enough... Oh, I want to avoid those. Okay. Well, see, they put, like, 3 there in a spot. Okay, that was good game design. Because I was kind of drawn to that thing, and it stumbled me but didn't kill me, and I had plenty of time to, like, still not get killed by the boulder. So now I know what those things do. That is good game design. And now I know to not get them. But yeah, I find some games that do these running away from a thing sequences, I can't see enough in front of me to react, but I find Crash Bandicoot does that reasonably well. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel the viewing angle is a little wider than it was in the first game. In this one here, I don't know if that's just me. It was like a couple days ago I last played Crash Bandicoot, so I don't remember it just offhand. It was one of these boulder levels that you have to play in Uncharted 4. It was one of the later ones. I remember remembering that stage when I played it in the HD trilogy. Oh, that's Crystal. Need to get that. Play Sonic 06. I have beaten that game twice. Wait, I might have beaten it 3 times. I don't know. Fun fact about me, I genuinely enjoy Sonic 06. It is my favorite bad game. Because it is so much fun to play with the glitches. It's one of those easily exploitable games. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it seems to be 5 on those. Cool. Another thing I didn't like about these games is, like, if you spin into an item, they go wow, and yeah, they do that. That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Because there'd be times when, like, there'd be times where I'd get, like, a bunch of items all flinging around, and then I spin into another box, and then, like, it was mostly bad in the first game because you could do that to the items you need to unlock the bonus stages. So it's like, oh, cool, now I gotta kill myself and start again if I want another shot at that bonus stage instead of... I don't know. I just don't think you should be able to knock a valuable item, like, off the stage and make it just... You can't get it anymore just because you did an attack near it. That's, you know... I'm sure that won't be as much a problem in this game because, this game's bonus levels don't need those items. You just kind of find them and go, so... That is another death in the same spot. I think I gotta try to make that jump, not so much more accurate as I gotta get in the right spot for it. I think I gotta be on the right and then jump downwards to the left. That's kind of what that gap is trying to telegraph to me. Yeah. There it is. I think that was it. Is that the one I kept dying at? Yeah, it was, because I don't remember that one up box. That was a bad idea. I'm just trying to get all the boxes. I don't know why I'm bothering. I know I'm never going to 100% these games. I just feel like I have to get all the boxes because the first game yell at you if you didn't get them all. I don't really feel that in other games. I don't feel the need to get every single coin in a Mario game. I don't feel the need to get every ring or whatever. Yeah, I do have to jump down to the left to make that jump, yes. Ratchet and Clank, I feel the need to break every single box, but that's because it gets you bolts. And getting bolts feels good. Get that good old jingly noise. Change in your pocket. Kind of reminds me of, if you've ever played any of the Lego games, all you do in those games is, like, break stuff and get all the Lego bits. Alright, I got them all. Sick. Is that it? That is it. Oh, I got all the boxes. That's what that gem is, right? Also, the, another thing I didn't really like... I'm not trying to make it sound like I didn't like Crash Bandicoot. I did like it, but I mean, there's a number of things I have to complain about it. Yeah, the second final boss against Embryo, when he drank the potion and turned into like the big green Hulk version of himself, I couldn't figure out what to do. Like I kept trying to jump on his head and it wouldn't work. Yeah, this guy right here. The battle with him in Crash 1, I found it really frustrating. It took me a while to like get the feel for like, oh, I have to jump here on his head, and I don't know.
Well, Crash, know this. As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals.
Will there be a review on this? No.
2 gems. I can use them to focus a laser. Yes, a laser.
I try to cover like less known stuff, and Crash is like pretty big. If I ever like, I don't know, I might start doing like more popular games if I get like larger. But for now, I just want to concentrate on the little guys, you know. Oh, so that's all. That's got to be all of them in this stage. I'll save. One thing I accidentally did in I don't like this saving load system. I don't like the save screen is the same screen because you press X to load and square to save. And I didn't read any of that. I just like clicked on my profile to save and I pressed X, and it loaded an older save, and then I had to do 4 levels over, and that was dumb. But you know. So I did all these, right? Yeah. I must have to go in this thing to... No? Okay. What? I remember in the original version, you went to, like, this area here to save, and now that's just kind of an empty space that doesn't really do anything. Oh, I don't have... Wait, I don't have the crystal in that level. Is it the pit? Wait. Okay, they're to the left of it, so it is this level. I missed the crystal, or did I not even play the level? I don't know. Ever considered playing Final Fantasy XIV? No, I do not do, what are those games? MMORPGs. I play games that you can finish, because I am a small man with small amounts of time. Boing. Yeah, I played this level already, so I guess I didn't get the crystal. I went right. Maybe it was to the left? I don't freaking know. A lot of mushrooms in this game. In this level, anyway. Look at all these mushrooms. Is this Crash Bandicoot or Super Mario Brothers? If any of you have ever, if anyone in here is fans of Retsucray, you might be familiar with, what was his name, George Woods, the Navigator reviewer guy. They made fun of all of his videos. That's what that was. Not that anybody would get that. Remember that guy tried to make like a boob joke about Lara Croft, and he called her breasts fully loaded anvils. It's like, no, that is not how you do it. Hang on. But yeah, I don't know. Is that bird wearing like pilot gear? I don't know why. I love it when birds wear like pilot helmets or like pilot goggles. Yeah, they are. No, they're not. They got like a robot thing on them. It's like a robot bird. Yeah, there it is. Found it. So it was a matter of going left instead of right. That's kind of stupid. Like, oh, I went the wrong way, so you had to do the level over. That was kind of dumb. But whatever. I don't think this level was like too long, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, gaming in the Clinton years, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't think it was, I think Navigator, like, bought the rights to it and then published it on YouTube or something like that, or something, I don't know. But gaming in the Clinton years, that was the name of the show. so bad. The Retsupre videos on them are so good, though. You want a Klonoa review? That could happen eventually. I was just gonna stick to 3D games. And like, Gex was an exception because it's like the first entry in a 3D series. But after doing like the KO the Kangaroo Game Boy Advance version and Punky Skunk, I think I should do some more 2D platformers. So if I do ever, there's a lot of 3D ones I want to get out of the way, but if I ever go to do some more 2D ones, Klonoa will definitely be one of them. I don't have like, you can get the PS3 or the PS1 version on PS3 for like $5, but like I'm not gonna be able to get a copy of the original because it's so rare and expensive. But I have a copy of the Wii remake. I've never seen a copy of the second one. That's like it's like a $50 PS2 game, which is never an amount that I ever want to pay for a PS2 game. But whatever. Oh, Ripperoo! I gotta fight the boss, dude. Oh, that must have been occupying that space I said was for saving. I guess I was wrong. That's like the where the boss goes. It's cool that Ripperoo comes back. He was a boss from the first game. He was actually, to me, the most memorable boss. Memorable boss. He's the most memorable boss because he's the only boss I remember. Yeah, this is why I remember Ripperoo, because Crash 2 is the only one I played a bit of. And I remember Ripperoo being a boss that I fought. Do I have to jump on him? Wait, I don't know. But yeah, that's why, because I was really surprised that Ripperoo was a much later boss than the original Crash, because I thought I remembered him being earlier, but this is what I'm remembering, him being the first boss of Crash 2. And the boss battle being very different. So that explains that. Okay, so I gotta wait for him to do the Nitro ones, then I can spin into him. Boing, 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 boing. He's not gonna come over here. There he is. One more should do it. Yeah, that's a good spot to stand. No. Okay, that was close, but I did it. Okay, that was good. That was real good. That was like right at the end of him too. So is Ripperoo like a recurring villain, or is he just in the first two games? Because I've never seen him outside of like his original two counterparts. Okay, so he can land beside me, just like not on me. I should be fine. Okay. Oh, I guess it's more so the TNT I don't want him to put beside me, because they go down on a countdown. Oh, I guess the Nitro will probably go off at the same time, even if they don't actually have a countdown. Okay, he's not gonna get down here. Oh, no, I'm right. They start from the last one he puts down, where the TNT starts from the first one he puts down. So yeah, it's the Nitro. No, it's the TNT I don't want to be by, but being by the Nitro is fine. Yeah, so that's good where I'm at. Alright, that's... maybe not. I got him. Nice, okay. Review Woody... Oh, I'm knocking my... I'm trying to move. I'm bumping everything. Okay. Review Woody Woodpecker for PS2? I'll put that answer on hiatus, because I don't know what to say to that. I don't know anything about that game. I know there's this really bad Garfield platformer for PS2 that I think only came out in PAL regions. I might be wrong, might have come out in North America. But it has like... it's terrible, and it has like 0 reviews on any site. Like no one's ever even knows this game exists. Okay, so now I can... got all the crystals, I beat the boss, now what? How do I get back? Do I gotta go to the pause menu? Warp room? No. Is this... I don't... I feel like an idiot. I can't get out of the friggin' hub world. So where's the boss? Where was the boss? He's right here. So it'd be the boss, right? No, I didn't want to go back in! Am I gonna be doing reviews on the Lisa whatever? I'm gonna hold off on doing anything Lisa for a while because I just did Lisa the Hopeless, like, that was what, last month? Maybe the month before. I don't know. I don't want to do too much Lisa stuff altogether because I don't want people to think my channel's just about like Lisa fan games, you know. Same with Yume Nikki. There's a reason I only do Yume Nikki fan games like every once in a blue moon. Is I don't want to do too many like in a row. I don't want people to like think that's all the channel is about, you know. There we go. Okay, so you press. Okay, I see. So it's like an elevator. Oh, good. Ice world. Oh, so I can. Well. Nani? Oh, is this guy again?
I see that Ripper
Have I played Jersey Devil? Very briefly. I played it to get footage of it for the Scalar video because the people that made Jersey Devil made Scalar. Ass to Mouth Entertainment or whatever they're called now. What is it? What is it called now? Behavior Entertainment? The Sphinx video I called them A2F because I couldn't remember what they're called now. It's just said Behavior, but whatever. Yeah, I don't think the holograms quite capture the same feel that they did in the original. I don't know, it just doesn't quite look like a hologram. It just looks like her floating head, but transparent, and I don't know. But yeah, ice stages, this'll be fun. I hate ice stages so much. Just cause... just cause fucking... Sliding's like the worst thing. Yeah, I love slidey ice. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, I'm good at this game! Alright, let's do this again. I'm just not even gonna bother them. I don't know if TNT boxes count as like boxes you need to get all the boxes. Was it in, I think it was in the first game, if they blew up like off screen it didn't count or something like that. I remember something like that being in some Call Me Johnny's video about it. I don't remember, it's been ages since he put those videos out and I watched them. You can't decide on buying a PS4? There are plenty of great games on PS4. There's a lot of good games that are only on PS4. Like, Uncharted, the new Ratchet & Clank. The new Ratchet & Clank I saw for $10 at a Best Buy the other day. What are these ice physics? You just don't go. You just don't go. Oh, they make us slow down. That's stupid. I hate ice. Can't we agree to, like, stop putting ice in video games? Unless it's Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy did it good. Because Mario's just like, I can ice skate without ice skates. So I'm fucking Mario, I can do whatever I want. Oh, that was real good. Uphill ice! That's what I need. That was good. Crash can't even grab ledges. This game stinks. You know what game had a good ledge grab? Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. I should have brought that up when I did a video on it. I don't know why I didn't, but like that game's got a fantastic ledge grab. It's very similar to Rayman, how you jump in the pit and die. Very similar to Rayman's ledge grab, where you can like enter the jumping animation from the ledge grabbing animation, and that's like fluid. I remember saying more games should do that, and that's a game that did it, and I didn't even like I didn't even acknowledge it. Oh, you can do like a slide jump. It does. I think that goes. I feel like that went further, but I don't know. Can I get these? Can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get this? Oh, oh, oh! I can just do that. All right. Yeah, that's gonna. Okay, I totally thought I was gonna die there. Do it. Do it. Oh, it must be like a proximity thing? Yeah, it must be. I jumped on that porcupine. I didn't think it was gonna let me do that. Ow. That's not what I wanted to do, but nothing went wrong, so that was alright. Sometimes not doing what you want to do is okay if nothing goes wrong. You know, can't complain. Yeah, that's where I gotta go. Down in the pit. Yeah, that's real good. So I guess, like, to remedy the janky ice stuff, I gotta, like, slide forward to get my momentum back, I suppose. So, like, there I would do that. Oh, yeah, I did. That overshot that. Maybe not. Am I doing reviews on any PS4 games? No. Probably not. I can't imagine it. Yeah, that was a good jump. I did that way too early. What I'm hoping is, because, you know, this is actually my first time playing through the Crash Bandicoot games, but the Spyro games, those are my shit. I only got really far in the second Spyro game, but I've played a good amount of the Spyro games, and I really like them, and I think they should do a remaster of the original Spyro trilogy. I think that'd be sick. Gimme, 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 gimme. I was kind of like reluctant to die in a explosion. I was kind of reluctant to get the Crash trilogy. When I found out it was a budget title, then I got it. But you know, I guess it's a good way to finally experience these games and die on the bonus levels over and over again. You can jump higher while crouching, so you don't need to... Oh, you can do that jump from crouching. You don't have to, like, slide into it. I see. So I can just... Okay, that makes more sense. So it's kind of like the Mario Bros. 2 jump or whatever. Can I? Yeah. There we go. So how small is that window of time? So I don't even have to enter the crouch animation. As long as I press circle before jumping, it does it. Interesting. So I can just do that. Not even have to enter the crouching animation. That's... I don't know if that's intended or not. It feels like it probably is. I imagine it must be. Can I get away from the... Can I get away from the... I didn't want to go too fast because I didn't want to, like, overshoot it and fly off the side there. Review Reddit? I don't think you can review Reddit. That's a website. It's not a video game. Okay, so he kind of does like a stop if you don't like slide into anything. Or if you're not on ice. Yeah, because if you're on ice, so you're on ice. Obviously, you're gonna keep going. But I can just like kind of spam that and just fly through the whole level. And wow, that was a lot of boxes I did not get. I don't know where those could be. Nor do I really care. Out of all the posts, you acknowledged the meme review. Dude, I'm trying to play the video game. I'm looking at the chat every, like, once in a bit. So I see what I see. Sorry, man.
Sorry if I didn't see your comment that you posted 17 fucking times. I can't believe NitroRad didn't read my comment, but he read the Reddit one.
I don't know. I'm sorry, dude. I just can't even play a video game and read a chat at the same time. It's difficult, okay? Hey, what's my favorite review? Like, favorite review I've done? Oh, I don't know. I can't pick a favorite video I've done. I hate all my videos. I do them and I throw them out there. And I'm like, okay. I hope no one sees this. Oh, I recognize this music. This is the Crash Bandicoot theme, as far as I'm concerned, because it's the only song from Crash Bandicoot I know, other than like the main theme. So this is the other Crash Bandicoot theme. I like that. The apples like bounce away if you spin into them, and I think that's stupid. Not a big fan of these vehicle bits. I mean, they're okay, but I mean, I don't find they make the game any more fun. And that worries me, because I don't think I'm gonna like Crash 3 that much, because people tell me that one's really heavy with like vehicle stuff. But I mean, I wouldn't mind it too bad if it kind of does something a little more interesting, other than just like, oh, now you just can't jump, and that's all it really does. Like that thing. That's, yeah. I didn't time that well. Try that again. Come on back up, Hippo dude. And I'm gonna go. Who's the other guy that shows up on Nitro? Oh, where'd that go? I didn't finish reading that comment. If you're talking about Brady, that's Brady. Follow him on Twitter, @NitroBrady. He's my friend. Got any plans for Halloween? Yeah, I said what it was in the Nitro Direct video we put out. Speaking of Brady, he was in that video. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing Eternal Darkness among some other games. I might do Evil Within. I probably won't though, because it's too modern a game. I like to stick to the classics. But like Evil Within 2 comes out this Halloween, and Evil Within's like one of my favorite games, so it's kind of tempting to do those two, but I don't think I will. I think I'll do my original plans. I've got Eternal Darkness, 2 Wii horror games, and another GameCube game. I won't say anything more than that, but yeah, there's these 2... yeah, that didn't go well. There's 2 really bad Wii horror games. You could probably guess them because there's not too many horror games on the Wii. But yeah, those 2 is what I'm doing. The thing is, I would be interested in doing an Evil Within review for this similar reasons I really enjoy doing my Downpour review, because the goal of my Downpour review is to kind of make people see something in that game that most people don't. Because a lot of people think the game sucks, and it does, but I like it a lot, you know? And I feel the audience with Evil Within is they find it's very hit and miss. Like, some people love that game, some people hate that game. I kind of want to give my take on it, I guess, and be like, yeah, this is why I think this game kicks ass, and I don't know. I hear a lot of people complain the story in Evil Within makes no sense, but I can follow it reasonably fine, and a trip to the wiki is all you really need to be like, oh, I get it, you know? I think Evil Within's got a lot of that, psychological symbolism that, like, Silent Hill's kind of been known for, but, it's interesting because it all relates to Rubik, because it's all, like, in Rubik's head or whatever. So, like, all the monsters represent parts of his life, and You know, the most obvious one being the long-haired monster being a sister that died in the fire or whatever. But then there's like other things. You can look up what they all represent on the wiki, and it's like, oh, that's cool. You know, maybe it's not like told the best way, but I mean, you know, you can piece it together. I thought it was an alright plot, so whatever. Ever played War of the Monsters for the PS2? Is that the one with like King Kong looking dude and like a lizard looking dude climbing buildings on the cover? I played the N64. Oh, I'm thinking Rampage. Rampage for the N64. I played that briefly at somebody's house. It probably would have been one of my friends. I don't know. It might have been a friend of mine. I don't know. I know I played that game at one point in my life, and I have no idea when or where. These two Wii horror games, Cold Fear and Cursed Mountain, those are actually not it. Good guesses, though. I remember I wanted Cursed Mountain when that game was coming out. This back when I only had a Wii. I didn't have a PS3. I was like still in middle school. I'm like, oh, Cursed Mountain looks like it could be a cool horror game. That would have been my first horror game if I got it. Which would have been a sad place to start. I'm glad I waited out on getting into PlayStation in later middle school, and then getting into the Silent Hill series in high school. That was a good decision. What was the other one? Cold Fear? What's Cold Fear? Oh, I feel like I know what Cold Fear is. I know there's Deep Fear for the Sega Saturn. I watched Retsu Prey do, was that Deep Fear? I feel like it was Deep Fear. It's like Deep Fear, and there's something Fear for the PS2. Is Cold Fear one? It was, I don't know. Oh, I love how I got the polar bear under my arm. That's hilarious. You didn't like JonTron's review of it? What? Of what? I'm not keeping up with the chat as much as people would like to think, because I'm playing a video game. I don't like JonTron's reviews of anything, because he doesn't review the game, he just makes jokes about it. I mean, and the jokes are funny, it's just like, okay, I don't know anything more about the source material than I did before I watched this video, you know what I mean? See, that's what I've kind of valued in people like Some Call Me Johnny or Pro Jared over JonTron. While JonTron's funny, like, I come out of a Pro Jared video knowing something I didn't before, where JonTron I just kind of like laughed and had a good time. And I value knowledge. Not, you know what I mean. Like, if I want to watch a video about a video games because I want to learn more about that video game, it's not because I want to, like, just jokes or whatever. I mean, to his merit, like, some of his videos are very informative. Like the one on Takashi's Challenge? Was that it? Kakashi's Challenge? That Famicom game by Beat Takashi. Is it Takashi? I have a brain fart. Part of me is thinking, like, no, it's not that. But anyway, that video was pretty informative, but I mean, not thoroughly. I don't know. I don't know. My favorite YouTube man is videogame.com. I'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 more levels, then I'll probably call the stream there. What's my least favorite Crash game? Crash Bandicoot. I've only played 2 Crash Bandicoot games. Crash and Crash 2. So I guess the first one's my least favorite one. I like the second one better so far. Takeshi's Challenge, that's it. Yeah, Takeshi's Challenge. Is that not what I was saying? I don't know if what I was saying. Takeshi's Challenge, yeah. Yeah, his video on Takeshi's Challenge is very informative. Like, I didn't know what that game was, and he, like, explains the backstory, and that's cool. But I mean, there's bits of that video that are a little misinformative, or like, I don't know. It's the game. Firstly, the game footage is in English. What? I was... Oh, you know what? I bet I gotta... There we go. Yeah, the gameplay footage he has is in English. So that means he's playing it on an emulator, I think? But he has the cartridge in his hand. So is he playing a fan-made translated, or is he just filming himself with the... You know, I feel like he didn't make that clear. I think he should have been like, okay, so for this video I'll be playing an emulated version. Instead of just showing him with the Japanese version, then the game just being in English. You know, there's stuff like that that I felt was a little misleading. I feel like he should have made that clear, like what he's really playing it on. So I think it's fair that the viewer knows that. Like, I try not to emulate games ever when I do reviews on them. The only time I've ever emulated a game to review it was KO the Kangaroo Game Boy Advance version. Just because I have no way of capturing, like, high-quality Game Boy Advance footage. I have the Game Boy player, but I don't have the component cables for the GameCube because they're rare as hell, and, like, the footage just looked like crap. So I just said, forget it, and emulated it. But no, I think it's, I don't know, maybe it's dishonest, or it's not, like, you're not getting the real experience, I find. Like, I can review something if I played it on an emulator, but I mean... I'm trying to take myself back to the past and see what this game would have been like if I bought it in 2004, and I'm not going to get that experience if I play it on an emulator, you know what I mean? And there's like a lot of dishonesty I find with a lot of people surrounding stuff like that. For example, LSD Dream Emulator, everyone I've ever seen do a video on that, like Kid Icarus, they always emulate it. And there's a lot of differences between the emulated version and legitimate versions, and I know that because I'm one of the few people that actually own a copy of the game, and I say that, and I still haven't made a video about it. I will eventually, but yeah, you can always tell if someone's playing an emulated version of LSD Dream Emulator because the water will be blinking and freaking out, and it does not do that in legitimate copies of the game. What am I doing? I gotta do a high jump, high jump, high jump, high jump, high jump, high jump, crash, high jump. There we go. I don't know why that took so long to register. I was probably doing the input too fast. But, what was I talking about? Yeah, I don't know. I just like having physical copies. I feel like I'm more legitimate, more credible. Yeah, I feel it boils down to credibility. I feel like I'm more credible if I have a real copy of it. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to play a game on an emulator for, like, just because you want to play it, that's fine. But, I mean, if you're doing, like, it's almost like doing a book report, you know, when you do a video on a game. And if you're gonna have that be, like, accurate, I feel like you can't play it on an emulator. I feel that's, like, kind of cheating. If anything, that also means, like, I beat every game I've reviewed, like, legitimately, too. Like, at the end of the Vex video, when I said I couldn't beat the game, like, that was a legit experience I had. Like, I got so mad at the final boss, and I actually could not beat it. And that would not have happened if I had access to save states, and I wouldn't be able to judge it through those same eyes. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's fine to play games in emulator, but if you're gonna be, like, doing a thing about it, you're doing a video about it, you should probably get, like, a legitimate version. That's my take on it. But yeah, I guess I'll end the stream here. That was fun. I'm glad I could talk about stuff completely non-related to Crash Bandicoot, but that's what happens whenever I stream, you know. You talk about stuff. And what does it talk about Crash? You jump and you run. I already talked about that in the first, like, 20 minutes of the stream, so let's talk about other stuff, too. So yeah, thank you. Wait, you really need to review Spark and the Electric. Oh. I don't know where that message went. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for clicking on the stream. Thank you for listening to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna figure out how to... This is the part that I don't remember how to... Do I hit the share button? Can I... Oh, wait. Is it there? Broadcast settings? Here it is. Stop broadcast. Alright, see ya. Bye!